Come to order. The senators will please take their seats. Those persons not entitled to the privilege of the floor will please retire to the gallery. The senators and all in attendance will stand and be led in prayer by the Reverend Kevin McMullen from Mount Tabor United Methodist Church in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Following the prayer, everyone will remain standing and join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States, along with Senate Page Emmett Breeding.
I'd like to start by saying a quick happy birthday to the Lieutenant Governor of Fairfax today. Let's pray together. God, our Creator and Redeemer, we thank you for this day, for our very lives, our health and our strength, and for the freedoms we are so blessed to enjoy today as Americans and specifically as Virginians. We ask you to bless those working here today, our elected officials, their staff, the pages, and all others who work so diligently to make this great Commonwealth what it is. We also ask that you bless their families and their loved ones as they too make sacrifices for the greater good. And we thank you, O God, that you have called each of them to serve their fellow man and woman, and especially that you have called each of us to serve you. On this President's Day, we remember and even take a moment to enjoy the humor in the words of John Adams, that one useless man is a shame, two is a law firm, and three or more is a Congress. And we pray that these senators face the challenges that lie ahead of them in this often thankless role, and as they endure the ridicule that inevitably follows, regardless of their political affiliations, may they do so with hearts that seek to honor you, words that strive for unity rather than division, and intentions that work toward a better tomorrow for all our children. And we pray that afterward they would hold their heads high and rest in the knowledge that they have sought to bring about positive change for our great Commonwealth and what it will become under their leadership. In your Son's precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job.
Clerk will call the roll. All those in attendance will please record their vote aye. Clerk, close the roll.
You have a quorum, Mr. President. Senate Journal for Friday, February 14, 2020.
Senator from James City County, Senator Norman, moves that the reading of the journal be waived. All in favor of waiving the reading of the journal will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 32, noes 7.
Ayes 32, noes 7. The reading of the journal is waived. The clerk will report any communication from the House of Delegates. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I move that we waive the reading of the communications from the House of Delegates.
Thank the Senator. Question is, shall the reading of the communication from the House of Delegates be waived? All in favor of waiving the reading will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 37, noes 3.
Ayes 37, noes 3. The reading of the communication from the House of Delegates is waived. The clerk will report any communication from the governor.
We do not have any, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Now comes the time in the morning hour where we have the privilege and the pleasure of recognizing our distinguished guests with us here in the Senate gallery. I will give my daily reminder that the way this will proceed is that a senator will stand up and recognize an individual or group. I will then offer the warm welcome of the Senate, and at the very end, we will all applaud together. So I'd like to begin by calling on the Senator from Rockingham, Senator Obenshain.
Mr. President, if my guest has made it to the gallery, I would rise for an introduction.
Senator has the floor.
Well, first of all, there are a couple of people up there who don't want to be introduced, the brother and father and maybe one or more of the children of my seatmate, so I won't ask you to welcome them, even though they're always welcome. But I would also ask you to extend the warm welcome of the Senate to my pastor, Kevin McMullen. Suzanne and I worship at Mount Tabor United Methodist Church not in Harrisonburg, but in Lacey Spring, Virginia. And when I wake up in the morning, my wife gets up much earlier than I am, so her face is not the first thing that I see. The first thing that I see is the beautiful white steeple of Mount Tabor United Methodist Church out the back window of our house. Kevin McMullen is joined here today by his wife Rachel and sons Riley, Ansel, and Virgil. And accordingly, I would ask that you extend the warm welcome of the Senate to Pastor McMullen and to his beautiful family.
I thank the Senator. Would Reverend Kevin McMullen and family please rise in the gallery if you are able? Reverend McMullen, thank you so much for that really gorgeous prayer and for your kind words. I think we're all inspired by the thoughtfulness of your words, and we welcome you back here anytime. We thank your family for your wonderful service. I know the Senator from Rockingham, Senator Obenshain, is particularly happy to see you here today. So thank you for your moral leadership and all you do to make this Commonwealth a better place. I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to the McMullen family. Senior Senator from Richmond City, Senator McClellan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for two introductions.
Thank you, Senator. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Joining us in the gallery, we have members of the Astoria Beneficial Club, which was founded on August 8, 1901, by 22 men who believed in firm religious values, high moral standing, intellectual growth, civic and social responsibility. Astoria has earned a significant place in Richmond's history because of the vision of its founders. They believed that the barriers to full citizenship could be eliminated with patience, planning, and timely action. Their vision became the guiding light for a rich history of pioneer efforts to gain voting rights, equal opportunity employment, and to end segregation of public eating facilities. And they are joined here today by their president, Mr. Keith Hicks. And I ask you to give them a warm welcome.
I thank the Senator. Would our friends and leaders from the Astoria Beneficial Club please rise to the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for joining us once again in the Senate, in your capital. We are grateful for your tremendous leadership and your work here in Richmond and throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. You set an extraordinary example for so many people, and so we are deeply appreciative of your work and everything you do to make this Commonwealth a better place. I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our distinguished guests. Senior Senator from Richmond City, Senator McClellan.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're also joined today by several representatives from the VCU Massey Cancer Center, which is one of 2 NCI cancer centers in Virginia and only 71 in the United States. Massey is in the top 4% of cancer centers in the country, providing expert research-based cancer care to over 15,000 patients across Virginia, and they have recruited prominent scientific researchers and treatment trials and clinics to Virginia. They are, as part of their strategic plan, Massey will continue to innovate cancer treatments and advance priorities in precision medicine, health disparities, immunology, and cancer prevention. I also need to remind you on behalf of the Senator from Fairfax City that you each have received a Team Massey basketball, along with a reminder of your invitation to meet the experts event at 5:30 on Thursday, and that you are all invited to attend, and those of you who are good at basketball play in the 2020 Capitol Square Basketball Classic on behalf of the Senate.
Thank the Senator. Would our leaders and friends from the VCU Massey Cancer Center please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for joining us here today, and thank you for your extraordinary work in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It's such a source of pride for all of us, and you impact so many people's lives positively, and so many families have benefited from your tremendous generosity and leadership and work. So we will continue to support that work, and we are grateful for your dedication. We echo the eloquent and generous words of the senior senator from Richmond City, Senator McClellan, and I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leaders from the VCU Massey Cancer Center. Senior Senator from Chesapeake, Senator Cosgrove.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon, Senator.
I rise for an introduction.
Thank you, Senator. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today it gives me great pleasure and it's a great honor to recognize the Girl Scouts representatives from various Girl Scouts councils, including Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast from my district that serves southeastern Virginia. For nearly 108 years, Girl Scouts have been the premier leadership development organization for girls, and it emphasizes public service and civic engagement. Girl Scouts work to champion the ambitions, cultivate talents, and develop the skills of girls to be leaders in our world. They combine time-tested, research-backed methods with modern programming that speaks to today's girls and is designed to cater to the strengths of girls' leadership development. And as an engineer, I particularly appreciate that their programs focus on programming in science, technology, engineering, and math, the outdoors, entrepreneurship, while helping girls develop invaluable life skills. In a year that marks the centennial of the passage of the 19th Amendment, a seminal moment for girls and women in our history, we also celebrate Girl Scouts, a movement that started 8 years before the ratification of the 19th Amendment that continues to foster courage, confidence, and character in girls today. To honor this special year, Girl Scout councils in our Commonwealth are sponsoring the Virginia Explore Women's Suffrage Patch to help girls learn about the history of suffragettes, including Adele Clark, who is among the 12 women chosen to be depicted by a statue in the Virginia Women's Monument. With the help of dedicated volunteers, caring parents, and committed staff, girls are prepared and learning valuable lessons through Girl Scouting, lessons from the past and the present that will last them a lifetime. Mr. President, we all know that if you're going around the Commonwealth anywhere and you go to any store anywhere, there's a table full of cookies. And I will tell you that I am the world's biggest sucker for Girl Scouts selling cookies. My wife will tell you that as well. If you see these young ladies out there selling these cookies, they're fabulous cookies. Please don't take into account that Senator DeStaff has bought a truckload of those cookies. That doesn't count. So, Mr. President, Mr. President, I hope you will give the very warmest welcome of the Senate to the Girl Scouts of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Thank you, Senator. Would our leaders from Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast and the Commonwealth of Virginia please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for joining us here today in your Senate and your Capitol. Thank you for your tremendous leadership, and we're all very proud of every single one of you. I know that Senator Cosgrove in particular is deeply appreciative of your work, and so we wish you nothing but the best, and I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leaders from the Girl Scouts of the Commonwealth. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, at this time, I would move that we suspend the rules and grant the privileges of the floor to special persons. In this instance, it's a former member of this body, and now Congresswoman Jennifer Wexton.
I thank the Senator. The question is, shall the rules be suspended and the privileges of the floor be granted to a distinguished person? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 40, no 0.
Ayes 40, no 0. The rules are suspended and the privileges of the floor are granted. Chair recognizes the senior senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw, for purposes of presenting the distinguished guest.
It's my honor to present to the body the former state senator from Loudoun County, and now, as I said before, a congresswoman, and she's doing an excellent job representing our region, Jennifer Wexton.
Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President and members of the Senate, it's my privilege to call your attention, hopefully in the gallery, of the members of the Page class of 2019. Many of them are here today, and I would ask that you extend a welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Senator. Would our friends and leaders from the former Senate Page class of 2019 please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much, and welcome home. It's always wonderful to see you, and we're so proud of each and every one of you. We know that you're doing extraordinary things in school and in your community, and you really are the leaders of the present and of the future. So we are grateful to you. You will always be a member of the Senate family, and I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our great Senate pages from the class of 2019. Senior Senator from Virginia Beach, Senator DeSteff.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Afternoon,
I rise for the purpose of an introduction.
Senator has the floor.
Today in the gallery, we're joined by Aaron Landfair and William Patterson. Both are sophomores at First Colonial High School studying in the Legal Studies Academy. They have an interest in the law, law-related fields, and legal and ethical issues. The Academy provides them the opportunity to extend their knowledge beyond the typical high school program. They're joined by Aaron's father, John Landfair, a police captain. John has served the city of Chesapeake for 25 years and is currently serving as the commanding officer of the 2nd Precinct in South Norfolk. Mr. President, please offer our guests the warmest welcome in the Senate.
Thank the Senator. Would Aaron and John Landfair and William Patterson please rise in the gallery if you are able? Aaron, John, William, thank you all so much for joining us here today. We are very appreciative of your tremendous leadership and your great work. And the Senior Senator from Virginia Beach, Senator DeSteff, is particularly happy to see you all here. And we wish you nothing but the best and a great day in your capital. And I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our 3 distinguished guests.
Mr. President, I have one more introduction.
From Virginia Beach, Senator DeSteff.
Mr. President, I have one more introduction.
Senator has the floor.
We have several business owners from Virginia Beach. We have Brianna Henderson, Chad Bradley, George Coterides, Randy Philpott, and Brian Sutton. They're either in the gallery or they're on Capitol grounds here somewhere waiting to get into the gallery. With that, I'd like to offer them the warmest welcome of the Senate, Mr. President.
Thank the Senator. Would our friends and business owners in Virginia Beach please rise in the gallery if you are able? It looks like they may not be here, but we welcome you. We thank you. Have a great day at the Capitol. And I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our distinguished guests. Senator from Williamsburg, Senator Mason.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I rise for the purpose of an introduction.
Thank the Senator. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, today we have with us quite a few folks for a play date at the Capitol. I hope you saw as you were walking over the First Lady and all of her incredible work celebrating early childhood education, and our friends at Voices for Virginia's Children had a group of folks out there, and it makes me wish my girls were here, I'll tell you that. But we have the honored guest of my seatmate, Senator McClellan's daughter, Samantha Mills, is here. Also with her legislative assistant, Abby Phillips, is her son, Benjamin Lilly. And then you may recognize Audrey Coy and her mother, Holly. Also Libby Hertz and her mother, Heidi. So they've all come to spend the day with us and have a play date at the Capitol. Mr. President, I hope you and our colleagues will give them a warm welcome for being here.
I thank the Senator. Would Samantha, Libby, Audrey, and Benjamin please rise in the gallery if you are able? That's too cute. Thank you all so much for coming to visit us in your capital. And we know that your families are so happy to see you, and we are all very happy to see you. Sam, I know your mom in particular is very excited that you're here today. So thank you all for all that you do. You are welcome back here anytime. And I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our young leaders. Senator from Franklin County, Senator Stanley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for the purposes of an introduction.
Senator, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the Senate. In the gallery today, We have a very special person in my seatmate's life. You know, I heard a long time ago from the Senior Senator from Fairfax that one Reeves is good enough. But unfortunately, fortunately, we have more than one Reeves, and today we have in the Senate Jack Reeves. If you do recall, Jack is a alumnus of the Page class of 2017. He is now a sophomore at Riverbend High School. He's a varsity letterman in both football and lacrosse, so obviously he got his athletic ability from his mother. You're welcome. He's been playing football and lacrosse for 2 years now. He made second team All-Commonwealth as a freshman. He scored, unfortunately, he's known in my area of Franklin County for his athletic prowess and also defeating Franklin County teams, having scored multiple times on our Franklin County High School lacrosse team and defeated us a number of times. So I want you to welcome Jack Reeves back here to the Capitol, but if he doesn't come back to Franklin County, we're all right with that too, Mr. President. So please extend to my seatmate's son, somebody that he is so proud of and speaks of every day, his son, Jack Reeves.
I thank the Senator. Would Jack Reeves rise in the gallery if you are able? Jack, no, that's great. Thank you so much, Jack, for being here today, and congratulations on all your tremendous success. We know that your father, Senator Reeves, is deeply proud of you, and we wish you nothing but the best going forward in life. And so I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our friend Jack Reeves. Senator from Northern Chesapeake, Senator Spruill.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Morning, Senator.
Good afternoon, brother. Rise for introduction.
Senator, has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today in the gallery, we have members of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. The Zeta Phi Beta Sorority is an international historical Black Greek letter sorority that was founded in January 16, 1920 by members of Harvard University. This year, they celebrate their 100-year legacy of scholarship, service, sisterhood, and final womanhood. The Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated was founded by men of the campus of Harvard University on January 9, 1914, on the principle of brotherhood, scholarship, and service. The annual Zeta Day at the Capitol began 34 years ago when the late Senator Dr. Yvonne B. Muller invited her sorority sisters and youth to witness the legislative process and to meet with their legislators. Mr. President, will you please welcome our guests?
I thank the Senator. Would our friends and leaders from Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for joining us here today. It's always wonderful to see those beautiful colors here in the Capitol, in the gallery, and thank you for your tremendous leadership over the course of many, many years, both in Virginia, but around the country and around the world. You set an incredible example, and we appreciate every single one of you. We echo the generous and eloquent words of the Senator from Northern Chesapeake, Senator Spruill, and also Senator Yvonne Miller, an extraordinary leader, and her legacy lives on here today. I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our great leaders. Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for the purposes of introduction.
Thank the Senator. You have the floor.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, seated in the gallery today, I'm sure all of them were not able to get there, are the women in green. They are the members of Links Incorporated. Today we have members of the Portsmouth, Suffolk, Chesapeake, and other chapters. And, of course, there are two elected officials there, Costello Williams, who is a member of the Portsmouth School Board, and my daughter, who's Vice Mayor of Portsmouth City. I would appreciate it if you would extend to them the very warm. On behalf of my seatmate, who is the former chair of the Hampton chapter of Links, on behalf of the two of us, please welcome our distinguished sisters to the gallery, Mr. President.
I thank the Senator. Would our leaders from the Links Incorporated please rise in the gallery if you are able? thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for your tremendous leadership. The Links is an extraordinary organization, and you do so much all around the world to lift people up, and we're grateful for what you do here in the Commonwealth of Virginia to make us a better place to live. So I would ask everybody to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leaders from the Links Incorporated. Senator from Henrico, Senator Donovan.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Afternoon,
Apparently,
Senator.
happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I rise for the purpose of 2 introductions.
Senator has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I would like to welcome Mr. John Mosby, who is joining us in the gallery today. He is a constituent. He is an 8th grader at North Star and is currently at Grafton. And I hope that we can welcome him with the warmest affection of the Senate this morning, Mr. President.
I thank the Senator. Would our friend John Mosby please rise in the gallery if you are able? John, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for that great wave and for your great energy. We appreciate you very much. And we echo the generous and eloquent words of Senator from Henrico, Senator Donovan. And you're welcome back here anytime. And I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our friend John Mosby. Senator from Henrico, Senator Donovan.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Also seated in the gallery today are my colleagues from the Richmond Academy of Medicine. And Mr. President, Richmond Academy of Medicine celebrates its 200th anniversary this year, and they have done so much to serve their community, both the physicians that are finding their way in the community, but also the community itself. Mr. President, one of their hallmark programs is called Access Now, and Access Now has donated millions, tens of millions of dollars in free specialty care to the members of the greater Richmond area and constituents that we all serve here today. So, Mr. President, I hope with appropriate respect, we can welcome my friends from the Richmond Academy of Medicine and thank them for all their hard work.
I thank the Senator. Would our friends and leaders from the Richmond Academy of Medicine please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for joining us here today in the Senate and in your Capitol. And also thank you for your extraordinary work in the community to make us all healthier and better and help this Commonwealth rise to the better angels of our nature. We appreciate and echo the eloquent words of the Senator from Henrico, Senator Donovan. We always love seeing the white coats here in the Capitol. It's always a good day for us. So thank you for all that you've done over 200 years and continue to do today. I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leaders from the Richmond Academy of Medicine. Senator from Hanover, Senator McDougal.
Thank you, Mr. President. Rise for an introduction.
Thank you, Senator. You have the floor.
Mr. President, we have with us in the gallery Devin Riley. Devin is, we actually just call him Riley, but he is active duty with the United States Navy in their fleet readiness capacity. Mr. President, he is working every day to make sure that the airplanes that are going out to get terrorists are active and ready to go. If you could offer him the warm welcome of the Senate, and Mr. President, you might ask him why he decided to take his day off to come visit with us. But if you could thank him for all he does and offer him the warm welcome of the Senate.
I thank the Senator. Would our friend Devin Riley please rise in the gallery if you are able? Devin, thank you so much for joining us here today, and thank you for your tremendous service to this country and to this Commonwealth. We are very grateful to you for your sacrifice, and we echo the eloquent and generous words of the Senator from Hanover, Senator McDougal. You are welcome back here anytime, and I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leader and friend, Devin Riley. The junior senator from Virginia Beach, Senator Kiggins.
Mr. President, I rise for the purpose of an introduction.
Senator, you have the floor.
Mr. President, joining us in the gallery, we have some very special guests visiting the Capitol all the way from Roanoke. It's the family of my seatmate, Senator David Suederlein. His wife, Ashley, is here, and she is with their 3 children, Dylan, Maria, and Laura Louise. The Suederleins are here in the Capitol today because the senator from Roanoke made a slight mistake. He thought that George Washington's Day was a school holiday. And it is not. So far today, they've gotten to see their father pass a couple of bills in House committees. And Dylan has even gotten the opportunity to advocate for his most important political issue. He'd like to see the voting age be dropped to 8 years old so he can participate in the legislative process this year. Mr. President, I hope you will join me in offering the Suderline family the warm welcome of the Senate.
I thank the senator. Would our friends, the Suderline family, please rise in the gallery if you are able? Absolutely. Ashley, Dylan, Maria, and Laura Louise, thank you all so much for joining us here today, and thank you for your tremendous leadership and sacrifice. We know the senator from Roanoke County is deeply appreciative of all you do to make it possible for him to serve, and so you're definitely a member of the Senate family, and you're welcome back here anytime. I would ask everyone to please join me and extend the warmest welcome of the Senate to the wonderful Suderline family. The junior senator from Richmond City, Senator Morrissey.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon, Senator.
I, too, extend you birthday greetings.
Thank the senator.
I rise for the purpose of an introduction.
Senator has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of this body, joining us in the Senate gallery today are a very distinguished group of men, the men of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. They are the gentlemen that are dressed in red sports coats up there. You may remember last Friday, Senator Surville borrowed one of their jackets on the House floor. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity were founded on January 5th, 1911, in the campus of Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. Since that time, they have added 150,000 members worldwide. Their motto is achievement in every field of human endeavor. This is the 12th consecutive year, Mr. President, that they have come down to Capitol Square to lobby on such issues as civil rights, health care, improving public education, and economic empowerment. Mr. President, I'd ask that you give a very warm Virginia State Senate greeting to the distinguished men in red blazers from Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
I thank the senator. Would our leaders from Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so. We're almost there. Thank you all so much for your tremendous leadership over the course of many years. It's an extraordinary organization, and you've touched the lives of millions of people all around the world and have made the Divine Nine proud and so many others. So continued success to each one of you. We echo the generous and eloquent words of the junior senator from Richmond City, Senator Morrissey. And I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leaders from Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. What purpose is Senator from Fauquier, Senator Vogel, rise?
Good morning, Mr. President. I rise for purposes of an announcement.
Morning, Senator. You have the floor.
I think we may be setting a record on introductions this morning, Mr. President. We have a group of very distinguished guests in the Senate gallery this morning who are very well known to many of you. They waited on us and served us and did our bills in 2017, and it is the Page class of 2017. They are very excited to be here, and as many of you know, it is Page Reunion Day. While it is also your birthday, it is also Mr. Bladen Finch's birthday. Is that not right? Okay, never mind. Well, the folklore last Monday. Okay, the folklore was among the 2017 Pages, who clearly are the ministers of misinformation, that his birthday was now, but I guess a happy belated birthday from last week. But the Pages were super excited to be here and super excited to see him, and that was a very special Page class for me that almost rivals the 2019 Page class that I saw just exit a few minutes ago. But I wanted to recognize them. They've been camped out in my office today, and we're waiting to see everybody. It's Gunnar Phillips, Jack Reeves, who was already introduced, Faith Leftwich, Hope Leftwich, Jacob Ellis, Audrey Fisher, Sarah Page Murray, and Abby Gray. And they're here today, Mr. President, and I ask that you please extend to them the very warm welcome of the Senate and tell them how much we miss the 2017 Page class. Thank you.
I thank the senator. Would our leaders from the Page class of 2017 please rise in the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for being here today. Welcome back home. It is wonderful to see each one of you, and we're tremendously grateful for your leadership. You are members of this family. I know the Senator from Fauquier, Sir Vogel, is particularly happy to see every single one of you, as are all 40 senators and staff. You're a special class, and we wish you nothing but the best in the future. And I would ask everybody to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our leaders from the Page class of 2017. For what purpose is Senator from Eastern Fairfax? Senator Surville rise.
Thank you, Mr. President. Rise for a quick introduction.
Senator, the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, joining us in the gallery, we have a couple future voters from Prince William County, Virginia. We have a former Senate page, Erin McPeak, as Senator Carrico used to say it, and her little sister, Sarah, who is here checking out the so-called Senate page program, otherwise known as a 60-day vacation from school, to see how her sister did. They got to see their father debate some really hot charter bills and floodplain bills and local government this morning, and they're looking forward to seeing what he does this afternoon. But if you give them the warm welcome to the Senate, we'd appreciate that.
I thank the Senator. Would Aaron and Sarah McPike please rise to the gallery if you are able? Aaron and Sarah, thank you all so much for joining us here today. You are always welcome here as a member of this family. We know that your father, Senator McPike, is particularly happy to see both of you and very proud of each one of you. So you'll continue to be leaders and to do great things. And I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our distinguished guests. Do any other senators wish to be recognized for purposes of an introduction? Is there any other business to come in the morning hour? Seeing none, the clerk will call the calendar.
Senate calendar for Monday, February 17, 2020, uncontested calendar. House bills on third reading.
Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I move that all House bills on third reading on the uncontested calendar, that's pages 1 through 25, House Bill 33 through House Bill 1605, be advanced to their final passage in a block after the adoption of any amendments thereto. Any senator desiring to remove a bill from the block, please do so after the clerk has read the number of the bill.
Senator, the question is, shall House bills on the uncontested calendar, third reading, pages 1 through 25, House Bill 33 through House Bill 1605, be placed upon their final passage in the block after the adoption of any amendments thereto, with the understanding that any senator desiring a bill be removed from the block will do so after the clerk has read the number of the bill. All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to. The bills are before us in the block. The clerk will read the number of the bills.
House Bill 33.
Mr. President.
Senior Senator from Chesterfield, Senator Chase.
Can House Bill 33 please come out of the block?
We'll adopt the substitute first.
Can we adopt the substitute first?
Could we adopt the substitute first? Question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. And without objection, House Bill 33 will come out of the block.
House Bill 63, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 65, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 100, reported from the Committee on Judiciary with the substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that the committee substitute be agreed to.
Thanks, Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is agreed to.
House Bill 115, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 117, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 134, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 136, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 165, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 174, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 175, reported from the Committee
Mr. President,
Senior Senator from
Laws and Technology.
Can House Bill 174 come out of the block?
Without objection, House Bill 174 will be removed from the block.
House Bill 176, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology with a substitute.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt the committee substitute.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted.
House Bill 210, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 256, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 259, reported from the Committee on Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that the committee substitute be adopted.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted.
House Bill 277, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 292, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 313, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 314, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 362, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 404, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 436, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 446, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 452, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 471, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 516, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 517, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 519, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology with a substitute.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt the substitute.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted.
House Bill 544, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 548, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 587, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 611, reported from the Committee on Education and Health with amendments.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the committee amendments be adopted.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee amendments be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendments are adopted.
House Bill 639, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 641, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 648, reported from the Committee on Education and Health with amendments.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the committee amendments be adopted.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee amendments be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendments are adopted.
House Bill 663, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with amendment.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that the committee amendment be adopted.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee amendment be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendment is adopted.
House Bill 670, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology with a substitute.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt the committee substitute.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted.
House Bill 722, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 781, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 792, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that the committee substitute be agreed to.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is agreed to.
House Bill 821, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 861, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that the committee substitute be agreed to.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is agreed to.
House Bill 950, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 967, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 973, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 990, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 993, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1011, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1022, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 1048, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 1059, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 1081, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 1098, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1198, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1213, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, move the committee substitute be agreed to.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye. Aye.
No. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is agreed to.
House Bill 1258, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1263, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 1304, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 1337, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1341, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1342, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1346, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Mr. President.
Senator from Roanoke County, Senator Suderline.
Can HB 1342 on page 22 please come out of the block?
Without objection, House Bill 1342 will be removed from the block.
House Bill 1346, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 1378, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary. House Bill 1401, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1431, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1514, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1527, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1528, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology. House Bill 1562, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 1568, reported from the Committee on Education and Health. House Bill 1605, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Mr. President.
Senator from Rockingham, Senator Obenshain.
Can Senate Bill 1605 come out of the block and back for the day?
House Bill 1605, without objection, will be removed from the block and go by for the day. The question is, shall the House bills pass in a block? That is all bills except for House Bills 33, 174, 1342, and 1605. All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? All the senators voted. Do any senator desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 40, noes 0.
Ayes 40, noes 0. The bills in the block pass.
Returning to page 1, House Bill 33.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 33 pass. And by way of explanation,
Senator has the floor.
Mr. President, this has to do with the Fishback case in 2000, as some of you may know. In Fishback versus the Commonwealth, the Supreme Court of Virginia said juries should be instructed that parole had been abolished. So this deals with that issue and instructs the parole board to establish procedures regarding extension of time within which people could review and have their case reheard if necessary. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 33? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 33 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senator desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 36, noes 4.
Ayes 36, noes 4.
Ayes 36, noes 4. House Bill 33 passes.
Returning to page 4, House Bill 174.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Because it'll open the vote if it's
Mr. President, could that bill go by temporarily?
Without objection, House Bill 174 will go by temporarily.
On page 22, House Bill 1342.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 1342 pass. And a brief explanation.
Senator has the floor.
There are two issues that are dealt with in this particular bill. The two issues are pipes and plumbing and whether or not they're lead-free. And the second one is drywall. And what is done with both of these two situations is that the buyer makes, in the disclosure materials that are provided to someone who's purchasing the property, the buyer makes no representation as to the adequacy of the pipes, plumbing fixtures, and drywall, but there is encouragement built in there for the buyer to be able to for the buyer to have testing of those so that it can determine whether or not there are any defects in either the plumbing fixtures or the drywall.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 1342? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 1342 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 37, noes 2, Rule 36-1.
Ayes 37, noes 2, Rule 36-1. House Bill 1342 passes.
Returning to page 4. House Bill 174.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 174 pass, and speaking briefly to that,
Senator has the
this
floor.
is another one of the bills that deals with the disclosures that must be made when a property is being sold from one owner to another. It does provide that as it relates to marine clay around on the property, that the the seller makes no representation as to the adequacy of the soil that is there, but the buyer is encouraged to have testing done if they're suspicious there might be a problem. And with that, I renew my motion that we pass the bill.
Thank you, Senator. For what purpose, Senator from King George, Senator Stewart, rise?
Mr. President, will the gentleman yield for a question?
Will Senator yield?
Yes, I'd be happy to yield for a question.
Senator Yield, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I know the calendar indicates I voted for this, but I think I left my proxy. I'm curious if the gentleman can tell me.
Check it with your seatmates. So.
I appreciate her help all the time. But I'd like to know, because I can't find it in here, what is marine clay, and is it defined in the bill, or do we have a definition of what marine clays are?
Senator, has the floor.
Mr. President, in the bill, the marine clays are listed, there is a parenthesis on it, as marumsco soils. I'm not sure that helps you any more than just the definition of marine clay, but it does have to do with the clay soils and water retention and those types of things.
Senator, do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 174? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 174 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 36, noes 4.
Ayes 36, noes 4. House Bill 174 passes.
Page 25.
On page 25, regular calendar House bills on third reading. House Bill 35, a bill relating to juvenile offenders parole, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 35 pass, and by way of explanation.
Senator has the floor.
Mr. President, this bill is similar to Senate Bill 103 that the senator from Southern Fairfax carried, dealing with a Supreme Court decision on juveniles. It simply provides that if a juvenile is sentenced to a long term, that if this juvenile has served at least 20 years, the juvenile might be eligible for parole. And with that explanation, I move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 35? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 35 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 28, noes 11.
Ayes 28, noes 11. House Bill 35 passes.
House Bill 61, a bill relating to adult sentence for juvenile offenses good conduct credit, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 61 pass, and by way of explanation,
Senator has the floor.
This provides that adults sentenced for a juvenile offense can earn good conduct credit at the rate of 1 day for each day served, including all days while confined in a jail or secured detention facility, so long as the adult has not violated the written rules and regulations of the jail. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 61? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 61 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 33, noes 7.
Ayes 33, noes 7. House Bill 61 passes.
House Bill 137, a bill relating to guardians ad litem for children, certification of compliance with certain standards, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 137 pass.
Senator has the floor.
And by way of explanation, Mr. President, House Bill 137 simply provides that guardians ad litem for children must certify that they've complied with the standards of being a guardian ad litem, including the amount of time they spent face-to-face with the child. And with that explanation, I move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 137? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 137 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 40, noes 0.
Ayes 40, noes 0. House Bill 137 passes.
House Bill 145, a bill relating to public elementary and secondary schools treatment of transgender students policies, reported for the Committee on Education and Health with amendments.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Mr. President, could that go by temporarily?
Without objection, House Bill 145 will go by temporarily.
House Bill 257, a bill relating to school principals incident reports, reported from the Committee on Education and Health.
Mr. President.
Senior Senator from Richmond City, Senator McClellan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Could House Bill 257 go by for the day?
Without objection, House Bill 257 will go by for the day.
House Bill 276, a bill relating to Virginia State Police reporting hate crimes, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move the House Bill 276 pass.
Senator, the floor.
By way of explanation, this bill conforms to the Senate
Senator,
bill.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can we move the sub first? Then
I move the substitute be adopted.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
No? The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Yeah, Mr. President, this bill conforms the bill to Senate Bill 179, the bill sponsored by the senator from Arlington. It simply expands the definition of hate crimes to include a criminal act because the victim was disabled due to sexual orientation, gender, or gender identification, and requires reporting of the commission of such crimes to the state police. With that explanation, I move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 276? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 276 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 27, noes 13.
Ayes 27, noes 13. House Bill 276 passes.
House Bill 299, a bill relating to medical assistance administration of fluoride varnish.
Mr. President, I yield to Senator
Put it
Barker.
from the Committee on Education and Health.
Excuse me. Senator yields to Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Yes, Mr. President. I move that House Bill 299 pass. And speaking to
Senator's the floor.
This is identical to a bill that I carried in the Senate. What it does is it provides use of the opportunity for fluoride varnish for employees within a dental office to be able to do that if certified by the dentist. The dentist has responsibility for overseeing the situation. So.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 299? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 299 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. For what purpose does Senior Senator from Virginia Beach, Senator D. Steph, rise?
Will the gentleman yield for a quick question?
Will Senator yield?
Certainly.
Senator yields. You have the floor.
Mr. President, I'm looking online. It was my understanding that there was a Senate amendment on this, but I don't see it up on the board and I don't see it online. Am I mistaken on this?
Senator, is the floor.
There were amendments that were made to the Senate bill. To tell you the truth, I am not sure exactly what happened on the House bill. So,
Mr. President, can that pass by temporarily?
Certainly.
Without objection, House Bill 299 will go by temporarily.
House Bill 305, a bill relating to Circuit Court clerk's fee, lodging of wills, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 305 pass.
Senator, has the floor.
Mr. President, what this bill does, it increases the fee from $2 to $5 to lodge a will. The $2 was set, I think, in 1956. So there's been a little inflation since then. That's all it does. With that explanation, I move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 305? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 305 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 36, noes 4.
Ayes 36, noes 4. House Bill 305 passes.
House Bill 306, a bill relating to fees collected by Circuit Court clerks for recording and indexing use of fee and preserving permanent records of the Circuit Courts. Reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 306 pass.
Senator, has the floor.
Mr. President, this is identical to, as the previous bill was, a bill sponsored by the senator from Arlington. It just simply increases by $2 the fees for recording and indexing certain documents. With
Thank you, Senator.
Explanation, move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 306? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 306 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 24, noes 16.
Ayes 24, noes 16. House Bill 306 passes.
House Bill 365, a bill relating to public elementary and secondary school teachers' probationary term of service performance evaluation. Reported from the Committee on Education and Health.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the bill pass.
Senator, has the floor.
And, Mr. President, all the bill does is relates to the public school, elementary and secondary schools probationary period.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 365? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 365 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 22, noes 18.
Ayes 22, noes 18. House Bill 365 passes.
House Bill 386, a bill relating to Department of Health Professions conversion therapy prohibited. Reported from the Committee on Education and Health.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, the basis of the bill is in the title, and of course it deals with conversion therapy prohibition. And I move that the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 386? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 386 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 22, noes 18.
Ayes 22, noes 18. House Bill 386 passes.
House Bill 405, a bill relating to menstrual supplies, certain school buildings, reported from the Committee on Education and Health with a substitute.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the committee substitute be agreed to.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is agreed to. Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. The essence of the bill deals with menstrual supplies in public schools, and I move that the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 405? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 405 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 39, noes 1.
Ayes 39, noes 1. House Bill 405 passes.
House Bill 477, a bill relating to juveniles' trial as an adult, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move the committee substitute.
Thank the Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, this bill has been conformed to the bill I had, Senate Bill 546, which passed the Senate 31-8. What this does, Mr. President, simply says that if a juvenile is charged with certain offenses, it would be a felony if the juvenile were an adult, that between the ages of 14 and 16, rather than the prosecution certifying the case, automatically notifying the court that the case is going to the adult court, that there be a hearing at that level and let the juvenile court judge decide whether the juvenile should be tried as an adult. That's all it does. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 477? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 477 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? The clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 30, noes 9.
Ayes 30, noes 9. House Bill 477 passes.
House Bill 510, a bill relating to the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, public institutions of higher education, information related to pledges and donations, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 510 be agreed to, and providing a brief explanation.
Senator, it's the floor.
What this is a recommendation from the FOIA Council, the Freedom of Information Advisory Council, heading into this session. What it does is it takes donations, they're gifts that are made by donors to higher education institutions, and says that they are exempt from disclosure only under two circumstances that both have to be met. That the donor has requested anonymity with this donation and making the pledge or the donation itself, and that it does not impose, and secondly, that it does not impose terms or conditions directing academic decision making.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 510? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 510 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 37, noes 3.
Ayes 37, noes 3. House Bill 510 passes.
House Bill 518, a bill relating to Virginia Residential Property Disclosure Act, disclosures for a buyer to beware, residential building energy analyst, reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 518 pass, and speaking briefly to the bill.
There is the floor.
Mr. President, this is another among the series of bills dealing with disclosures between sellers and buyers of properties. Here, what it does is it provides the same type of discretion as with the marine clays and the lead-free piping and plumbing systems, those types of things that we discussed earlier. It says that in addition that the seller does not guarantee the condition of the property being sold, and the buyer is encouraged to pursue options such as a home inspection and, in this case, a residential building energy analysis to be able to determine the condition of the buildings.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 518? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 518 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 25, noes 15.
Ayes 25, noes 15. House Bill 518 passes.
House Bill 570, a bill relating to dismissal of teachers, grounds incompetency, reported from the Committee on Education and Health.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that House Bill 570 pass. Speaking to the bill.
Senator has the floor.
All it does, Mr. President, is addresses the dismissal of teachers on the grounds of incompetency. I move again that the bill pass.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 570? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 570 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 22, noes 18.
Ayes 22, noes 18. House Bill 570 passes.
House Bill 721, a bill relating to post-adoption contact and communication agreements and voluntary termination of parental rights, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move this House Bill 721 pass.
Senator has the floor.
By way of explanation, Mr. President, what this does is simply provide that the birth parents or parent of the child for whom the parental rights were involuntarily terminated may enter into a post-adoption communication or contact agreement with the child's pre-adoptive parents and parents. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 721? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 721 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 40, noes 0.
Ayes 40, noes 0. House Bill 721 passes.
House Bill 752, a bill relating to post-release incarceration of felon sentenced for certain offenses, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move the committee substitute be adopted.
Mr. President.
Senator from Fairfax City, Senator Peterson.
Can that bill go by for the day prior to the adoption of the substitute?
That's fine.
No, without objection?
Can we go by for the day? We'll go by for the day.
Before adoption substitute.
Yeah, I move.
Okay. Without objection,
go by for the day. Yeah.
Without objection, House Bill 752 will go by for the day.
House Bill 780, a bill relating to returns of service, acceptance of copies of proof of service, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with amendment.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 995 pass.
House Bill 780.
I'm sorry.
Does the senator want to move the committee amendment?
I move the committee amendment be adopted.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the committee amendment be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendment is adopted. Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, this simply provides that a photocopy of the original proof of service may be accepted by the clerk's office if the original proof of service for the purposes of complying with the return of service to the clerk's office is submitted with a statement that such copy is a true original copy. That's all it does.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 780? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 780 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 31, noes 9.
Ayes 31, noes 9. House Bill 780 passes.
House Bill 890, a bill relating to construction management and design bill contracting used by local public bodies. Reported for the Committee on General Laws and Technology with amendments.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Mr. President, I move that the amendments be adopted.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee amendments be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendments are adopted. Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Yes, Mr. President, I now move that the bill be agreed to, be passed.
Senators, the floor.
Speaking to that, what this does is it takes construction management and design build contracts, where right now within the code it's a hard figure of $10 million or more. The only times when those can be used. What it does is it changes that so that the project cost thresholds are established and procedures adopted by the Secretary of Administration, and that those will be ones that can be changed over time administratively without having to go through the legislative process.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 890? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 890 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 37, noes 3.
Ayes 37, noes 3. House Bill 890 passes.
House Bill 995, a bill relating to grand larceny and certain property crimes threshold. Reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 995 pass.
Senators, the floor.
By way of explanation, Mr. President, this bill is identical to the bill of the senior senator from Richmond. It raises the larceny threshold from $500 to $1,000. And I move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 995? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 995 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 26, noes 14.
Ayes 26, noes 14. House Bill 995 passes.
House Bill 1042, a bill relating to Environmental Justice Council. Reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology.
Senator from Southern. Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Yes, Mr. President, I move that House Bill 1042 pass. And speaking to the
Senator's
measure,
floor.
What this does, this bill is creating a new council in the code in Virginia, on the Virginia Council of Environmental Justice. It would have 27 members. It would deal with environmental justice issues. And just as a way of explanation, the definition in the bill for the term environmental justice means the fair treatment and meaningful involvement of all people, regardless of race, color, faith, national origin, or income, regarding the development, implementation, or enforcement of any environmental law, regulation, or policy.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 1042? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 1042 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 25, noes 15.
Ayes 25, noes 15. House Bill 1042 passes.
House Bill 1047, a bill relating to fingerprints and photographs by police authorities, reports to the Central Criminal Records Exchange. Reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move Senate Bill 1047, House Bill 1047.
Senator, it's the floor.
Mr. President, what this bill does is simply provide that if a person is charged with the summons rather than being arrested and is found guilty of drunk driving, that the police authorities may take the fingerprints and photographs of that person and send the information to the Virginia Criminal Information Network. So that's what it does. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 1047? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 1047 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 39, noes 1.
Ayes 39, noes 1. House Bill 1047 passes.
House Bill 1150, a bill relating to inquiry and report of immigration status, persons charged with or convicted of certain crimes, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move the committee substitute.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, what this does is remove the requirement that jail officers, probation officers, and the like, and officers in charge of correctional facilities are no longer required to report the citizenship of any person who's committed to the correctional facility, and therefore such information not required to be reported to the Central Criminal Records Exchange of the Department of the State Police.
Thank you, Senator.
And I move that the bill pass.
Thank you, Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 1150? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 1150 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 21, noes 19.
Ayes 21, noes 19. House Bill 1150 passes.
House Bill 1490, a bill relating to same-sex marriages, civil unions, reported from the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 1490 pass.
Senator, has the floor.
And what this does, Mr. President, is identical to the bill that the senator from Alexandria and I and maybe others had, which was to conform Virginia's law to the Obergefell case of the U.S. Supreme Court in 2015 and repeals the statutory prohibitions against same-sex marriage and civil unions in Virginia. And I move the bill pass.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 1490? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 1490 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 28, noes 12.
Ayes 28, noes 12. House Bill 1490 passes.
House Bill 1561, a bill relating to the Fort Monroe Authority civil actions in General District Court, reported for the Committee on the Judiciary.
Senator from Roanoke City, Senator Edwards.
Mr. President, I move Senate Bill 1561 pass.
Senator, has the floor.
Mr. President, apparently at Fort Monroe there's a General District Court, and this bill would simply allow in civil cases that they be able to prepare, execute, file, and serve papers, court papers, in the General District Court without the intervention of an attorney. And with that explanation, and I move the bill pass. This is, by the way, identical to a bill, Senate Bill 956, that the senator from Hampton sponsored here in the Senate. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 1561? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 1561 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 24, noes 16.
Ayes 24, noes 16. House Bill 1561 passes.
Returning to page 26, House Bill 145.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move passage of House Bill 145 and explaining the bill, Mr. President.
Does the senator want to move the committee amendments first?
Yes. I'm sorry, Mr. President. I move the committee amendments be agreed to.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the committee amendments be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee amendments are agreed to. Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. The bill deals with treatment of transgender students. That's about as simple as I can make it.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 145? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 145 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 22, noes 18.
Ayes 22, noes 18. House Bill 145 passes.
Returning to page 27, House Bill 299.
Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was trying to see if there were amendments. They're not, so I move the bill pass.
Thank you, Senator. Is the senator yielding to Senator from Southern Fairfax?
Yeah, I yield to the senator from Southern Fairfax County.
Senator from Southern Fairfax, Senator Barker.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you, Mr. President. Move that the bill, House Bill 299 pass, and with a brief explanation.
Senator, is the floor.
What this is, bills have done. My Senate Bill 239 and this House Bill 299 were both designed to allow what were termed medical assistance, which is a common term used in the medical field, to be able to provide a fluoride varnish. We ran into the issue when it was determined that there is no definition in the code whatsoever of medical assistant. And so both bills were amended slightly, not identically yet, but we will get them in shape. What it does on this particular bill, it says a physician assistant, nurse, dental hygienist, and then the additional language is or other authorized agent of a doctor of medicine, osteopathic medicine, or dentistry may provide this procedure.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be heard regarding House Bill 299? Seeing none, the question is, shall House Bill 299 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 37, noes 3.
Ayes 37, noes 3. House Bill 299 passes.
Uncontested calendar, House bills on second reading.
Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Sasslaw.
Mr. President, I move that all House bills on second reading on the uncontested and regular calendar, that's pages 34 through 37, House Bill 287 through 1540, that the rules be suspended and the second constitutional reading of the titles be dispensed with.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall the rules be suspended and the second reading of the titles of House bills on the uncontested and regular calendars, pages 34 through 37, House Bill 287 through House Bill 1540, be dispensed with? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 39, noes 0.
Ayes 39, noes 0. The reading of the titles is dispensed with.
Mr. President.
Senior Senator from Virginia Beach, Senator D-Step.
Having voted on the prevailing side in which we passed House Bill 299, if we could please reconsider that vote so a member may correct their vote and have clean teeth. Thank you very much.
We're not through.
Let us pass these by for today first, and we'll come back. Thank you, Senator. Question is, shall the Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Sasslaw.
Well, I would now move that those said bills that we dispense with the second reading of the titles be go by for the day.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the House bills on the uncontested and regular calendars now on third reading go by for the day? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bills will go by for the day. Senior Senator from Virginia Beach, Senator D-Step.
Mr. President, having voted on the prevailing side in which we passed House Bill 299, I'd like to reconsider that vote so a member may correct their vote and have clean teeth again. Thank you very much.
Senator, what page is that on, Senator?
27.
question is, shall the vote by which House Bill 299 passed be reconsidered? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 39, noes 1.
Ayes 39, noes 1. The motion is agreed to. Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, I move that House Bill 299 pass.
Thank you, Senator. Question is, shall House Bill 299 pass? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senator desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 38, noes 2.
Ayes 38, noes 2. House Bill 299 passes. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I inquire the clerks that complete the calendar for today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. For what purpose, Senator from Henrico, Senator Donovan, rise?
May we return to the morning hour?
Without objection, we'll return.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for an introduction.
Senator has the floor.
Joining us today in the gallery is an intern that's following me this session, Sanvi Middle, and she is a junior at Collegiate High School and is looking at studying maybe history and political science. So I hope you will give the warm welcome to Sanvi Middle.
Thank the Senator. Would Sanvi Middle please rise to the gallery if you are able? Sanvi, thank you so much for joining us here today. Thank you for your tremendous work and congratulations on all your wonderful success. We wish you nothing but the best in the future. And I would ask everybody to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our distinguished guests. Do any other senators wish to be recognized for purposes of an introduction? For what purpose, Senator from Washington? Senator Pillion, rise.
Thank you, Mr. President. Excuse me. It was the fluoride. It was the fluoride. It was the fluoride. I rise for the purpose of an introduction.
Senator has the fluoride.
I think we have some members, some family members of my seatmate joining us in the gallery. It's Mike, Melanie, Joe, Tim, and Daniel. Let's give them a warm Senate welcome.
I thank the Senator. Would the Chase family please rise to the gallery if you are able? Thank you all so much for joining us here today. It's always wonderful to see you. I know that Senator Chase in particular is very happy to see you on today, and we appreciate all you do to allow her to serve in this body, and would ask everybody to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to the Chase family. Do any other senators wish to be recognized for purposes of an introduction? Is there any other business to come before the Senate? Seeing none, the clerk will report any announcements on the desk.
Today, Monday, February 17th, the Committee on Commerce and Labor will meet 15 minutes after adjournment, Senate Room A, Pocahontas. The Education and Health Subcommittee on Higher Education will meet 1/2 hour after adjournment, Senate Subcommittee Room 2, 5th floor, Pocahontas. Senators Locke, Peterson, Cosgrove, Chafin, and Hashmi. The Committee on Transportation will meet immediately upon adjournment at the chair's desk. Transportation immediately upon adjournment at the chair's desk. Tomorrow, Tuesday, February 18th, the Committee on Finance and Appropriations will meet at 9 a.m., Committee Room B, Pocahontas. The Rehabilitation and Social Services Subcommittee on ABC will meet at 9 a.m., Senate Subcommittee Room 3, 5th floor, Pocahontas. Senators Mason, McPike, Spruill, Reeves, and Cosgrove. The Democratic Caucus will meet at 11:30 a.m., Senate Room 1. The Republican Caucus will meet at 11:30 a.m., Senate Room 2.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. For what purpose is the junior senator from Virginia Beach, Senator Kiggins, rise?
Mr. President, can we return to the points of personal privilege?
Without objection, Senator has the floor.
I also stand just for the purpose of a motion. I move that we adjourn in memory and honor of Midshipman 3rd Class Duke Carrillo today. And speaking to that motion.
Senator has the floor.
Mr. President, last week we lost a member of our Navy family and a classmate of my son, Naval Academy Midshipman 3rd Class Duke Carrillo, who passed away suddenly and unexpectedly during a training event on campus. Duke was just 21 years old, but like so many other young people who attend our service academies, was a hardworking, patriotic American who was willing to volunteer for military service knowing the inherent risks. He was an Eagle Scout who had been captain of his high school football teams and wrestling team and was respected and admired by all who met him. He had an outgoing, adventurous personality and was known to be fiercely loyal with the strength of a giant and the tenderness of a teddy bear. Our country lost a dedicated public servant who was willing to answer the most noblest of callings, the defense of our great nation. We mourn his loss and send thoughts of gratitude to his twin brother Dylan and younger brother Jake, both also midshipmen at the Naval Academy. Though he was taken from us too soon, we can all learn from his selfless example and be reminded of the sacrifice of our young people who love America and volunteer to defend her so the rest of us can live in peace. We wish Midshipman 3rd Class Duke Carrillo fair winds and following seas, and I ask that we adjourn today in his memory.
Thank the Senator. Do any other senators wish to be recognized? Is there any business to come before the Senate? Seeing none, call on the Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was waiting for instructions. I move that the Senate do now adjourn until 12 noon on Tuesday in memory and honor of Midshipman 3rd Class Duke Carrillo.
Thank the Senator. Question is, shall the Senate stand adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow, and that when it so adjourns, we do so in the honor and memory of Midshipman 3rd Class Duke Carrillo. All in favor of the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow in the honor and the memory of Midshipman 3rd Class Duke Carrillo.